Hi guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm out in the field. It's currently 5:30 in the morning and our first subjects we've got a tiny little fly. I thought we'd just have a little warm-up shot, so let's go right into it. I did set up the camera here because there's another subject just here. This is a brown shield bug, or it might have a different name. It looks like a shield bug, but I don't have too many photos of these. They're not super rare, but in my experience I haven't found too many, so this is something I want to get a good photo of here. I was going to get a face on portrait, but I'm not sure what it will look like really. I think it might be better to get like a top down sort of angle just because of the antennae. I might actually get a background prepared for this. Alright, I'm going to place my green background here. Don't want to get super magnified because it's a little hard to see the eyes with the antenna at the front, so I went for a less magnified shot. So I'm pretty sure this is an assassin bug right here on this little yellow flower. Correct me if I'm wrong though, because I'm not completely sure. I think I might grab a background. We'll just go for green. I think we're going to place the background on the floor, and then we're just going to maneuver the plant down onto the floor. So I'm going to shoot this at about 1.5 times magnification, or maybe even 2 times if it's that small. And I think we'll go straight for a little bracket at f10. I don't think I've got a photo of one of those. That's pretty cool. So just on this leaf here, we've got a little harvestman. And usually when I kneel down to get a photo of something, I actually notice a lot more around me. So sometimes it's good to just stop in a specific location and just look around for a bit. I'll probably go to 2 times magnification because this thing is pretty small. Got there's mosquitoes everywhere. Oh, okay. So the problem with shooting on the diffuser is that the diffuser often hits something that your subject's on, or something that's nearby your subject, and then that scares it off, and that's exactly what's happened just there. I'm just going to lie down a little bit for stability and then use the viewfinder to get stable as well. So the first harvestman wasn't very cooperative, and then luckily the second one was. So what I've done here is took the bit of grass the subject is on, and this subject is a, I believe it's like a shield bug nymph or something. It's quite a big one to be fair. And then I've got the background clamped onto the other end, and I can easily maneuver and keep it still there. There we are. So I don't usually use these clamps, mainly because I prefer just running and gunning, you know, just holding the plant the subject's on, whatever. But I've noticed recently that a lot of the time when I'm doing that, I end up shaking what the subject is on, and that makes it fly away or drop to the ground. So I haven't actually found the subject in quite a while, so I'm just going to take my time and get another shot of this. Just get a different composition, get more of a head-on composition now. So I'm finished with that subject, and I'm just going to place it roughly where I found it. So there's actually a orb weaver, I think they're called, and it's a white one. I've never really seen a white one. It might be a little awkward to photograph with all this grass in the way, so we're just going to try and maneuver some of that out of the way. So at the moment the spider is facing down at the floor, and there's no way I can get my camera around there without disturbing the subject. So I think I might just wait a little bit and see if it turns around. I'm just going to tap the web a little bit, and hopefully that will make it move and turn around. This might actually be a nice photo without the flash, I'm pretty sure. So the lighting looks quite nice. So my shutter speed I'm going to crank up quite a bit, and then put my ISO up to 400 just to get my shutter speed high. And then aperture I'm going to go down to F5. I'm going to put my ISO up a bit more. I'm going to go to 800. So I've just took this little shield bug nymph, I think they're called. I don't even think you can see that on camera, it's that small. But it's on the end of that bit of grass there, and I've clamped it onto there. Then I've clamped this purple background, and the purple's going to complement the purple's going to complement the green nicely. That's what I meant to say. Sorry, it's still early in the morning. And then this thing's pretty small, so I'm thinking 2 times magnification. I think that should do for that shot. Started moving around a bit now, so I think I'll just leave it. It did stay still for probably a minute or two, and I managed to get a nice focus stack. So I just grabbed myself another shield bug. This one's a bit bigger, a little bit different, and it's green, so I'm just going to use the purple background again. So far it's pretty still, so I think I should be able to get quite a nice stack. So right here we've got a beetle chilling on the top of this bit of grass. It should be very easy to photograph. Just going to do a single shot for this. I'd say somewhere between 1 and 0.5 times magnification works here. So on this plant here we've got a load of ants, and I've noticed they're eating aphids. So I've just come across this yellow plant here, and on the stem we've got loads of aphids, and they're being eaten by ants. And I don't usually photograph ants, but they're a lot easier to photograph when they're doing something like this, like eating, because they're staying still in one spot. And it's just quite an interesting scene, so we'll see what photos we can get. Most likely be single shots because the ants are moving. Alright, so settings wise for this shot, I'm going to be quite magnified to get a picture of these ants, because obviously ants are quite small. I'll probably use an aperture of f10 and probably f13 maximum, so I can get as much of the ant in focus. And then ISO 200, of course, because that is the base ISO, which means the best quality. Yeah, I don't really need to raise my ISO at all, unless I want to lower my flash power. And then I think shutter speed will just keep a 1/100. We might lower it or raise it, depending on if you want to get more colour in the background. And I'm going to use the manual focus clutch here to quickly see where my subjects are. So right here, I don't know if you can see on camera because the beetle's that small, but it's right there on the end of that grass. And I've clamped that to one of those crocodile clamps, whatever you call them. And I got this greeny sort of colour background. And usually in the photos it turns up a bit more teal. And I don't think I've really used this background much. I've only used it a couple of times. Thought it'd be quite nice to complement the orangey sort of colour of this beetle. So we'll see what we can do. I'm just going to lie down for stability and try and get a shot here. That should be a successful photo. I think I got a stack where it was cleaning itself, because it's actually staying still while it was cleaning itself just one time. So right here I've got a sort of yellowish white sort of moth on a stick, and I'm using that turquoisey green background again. Honestly, I'm surprised this moth is quite cooperative. Like, I rarely get photos of moths because they just fly away instantly when I get near them. But I think because it's quite cold this morning. Well, it's not even cold, it's literally like 18 degrees, which, you know, in the UK is warm. But I suppose because it's a bit damp and stuff and it's still the morning, it's just a bit still. I'm actually shooting in a new location today. When I first got here, I was quite optimistic. And then as I started looking for things, I thought, oh no, I can't really find anything. I had to search around quite a bit and see where the good spots are. It took me a while, but I eventually found some good stuff. So I've managed to capture this harvestman that was on the end of a stinger. What I've done here is I've manoeuvred the clamp a little bit just so it's pointing at the ground, and then I've placed the green cloth on the floor. Now I should be able to have some colour in the background, because before I was getting a black background. So what I'm doing here is resting my camera on my knee, and this enables me to get a lot more stable. There we go, that should be a successful stack right there. And this is the problem with using these cloth backgrounds. As you can see, it's just got stuff all over it. Literal twigs stuck to it. So off camera I tried to get a picture of that hornet mimicking hoverfly because it kept on landing right by me and I didn't have time to film. I managed to get a photo, but it was underexposed and it wasn't in focus properly. And then I almost got another one and then it flew off just before I got the subject in focus, and I couldn't find it after then, which is a bit annoying, but it's what it is. It's the whole process of macro. Like, your subjects aren't going to cooperate half the time. But I'm actually going to call today's video there. So if you've enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, share, comment, all that stuff, and I'll see you in the next video.